Our school is a reflection of our community. We guide, we vote on things, we provide input, down to the curriculum to the behavior program.
As the school year is coming to a close, school board member Janie Ruddy joined Free for All Friday to reflect on the school year.
When asked whether Flagler County schools have a bullying problem, Ruddy says their research doesn't show that.
We just put out a survey about our school and discipline behavior, and I was actually looking forward to seeing what are these critical issues regarding bullying cases. Out of 13,000 students were invited, teachers were invited, parents were invited. Guess how many responses we received?
500.
I don't know, 200.
147.
Okay.
And of those 147, less than 10% tagged it as a bullying concern.
Ruddy says the district takes bullying very seriously.
If I say, hey, Johnny is picking on my student, there is an investigation. We have cameras on the schools. We take all sorts of ancillary information. However, they expect a full report about all of the things about consequences Johnny faced. We do not do that. That is a protected information for that child. So just because you don't see or hear what were the consequences, it does not mean that there weren't consequences.
Ruddy says in extreme cases, students can be removed from a school. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Daryl Moody.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Thursday, May 29th. It was a busy holiday weekend for the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. Karen Johnson takes a look at the Memorial Day weekend crime report.
During the increased enforcement period over Memorial Day weekend, Flagler County Sheriff's deputies had to handle a situation. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
2 women were arrested for DUI during the weekend. They clearly got to see new bars at the Green Roof Inn. And during a traffic stop, deputies initially found a woman that had been carrying marijuana package for sale. She was arrested and then tried to hide trafficking amounts of methamphetamine in the patrol car when she arrived at the Green Roof Inn.
Then a woman was arrested for drugs while trying to throw away the evidence in a patrol vehicle.
We will not tolerate illegal narcotics in our community. And even though she attempted to hide her drugs within the engine compartment and then in a patrol car, she found out that our deputies are highly trained and these tricks didn't work.
In all, deputies made 18 arrests over the Memorial Day weekend, handled 1,143 calls for service, and made 293 traffic stops. For Flagler's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
A Jewish kid deserves the same protections as a black kid or a woman or a Hispanic kid. We shouldn't discriminate in how we deal with discrimination. It does appear to be open season on Jews.
Congressman Randy Fine tells Liz Ryan why he authored the Preventing Anti-Semitic Harassment on Campus bill.
The bill would require colleges to take strong action against anti-Semitic harassment or risk losing federal funding.
Look at what happened at Columbia. Look at what happened at Harvard. Jewish students are being physically targeted.
He doesn't believe conflicts of our Middle East policy should be played out on campus.
I think Israel should do whatever they have to do to rescue the 58 hostages and say they're not going to put up with Muslim terror in the country next door. But what Israel does over there should have no bearing on how 18-year-old American Jewish kids on college campuses are treated.
He says his work in D.C. began here at home.
Look, we've largely solved this problem in Florida, and it's what I was most known for in the legislature for getting done, because over 8.5 years, I introduced a series of legislation that basically said we're not going to put up with this stuff in Florida. The problem is the rest of the country, and the question is, will Congress adopt the Florida plan? Will we make America Florida? I certainly hope so. That's what I'm going to try to do.
The bill defines anti-Semitism clearly, requires schools to act if harassment interferes with a student's right to education, penalizes schools that ignore violations, and requires that students, faculty, and staff be notified if their school is in violation. The bill is under committee review. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
In other news, coming up Monday at 10 in the morning, tune in for a special edition of Free for All, streaming live on the Flagler Radio YouTube channel and the WNZF Facebook page. We'll break down the proposed impact fee hikes in Palm Coast with Vice Mayor Teresa Pontieri, Anna Maria Long of the Flagler Home Builders Association, and a local home builder. The City Council is eyeing major increases. And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.